Marvel Future Fighters, Trippy Cakes here. And have you guys ever had those times where you buy a bunch of shit from the store and it's got you feeling like Thanos with safes all around you, and you end up thinking that you're gonna be some kind of badass Korean style Gangnam whale, and then you start getting into your groove and buying shit, and you end up feeling like a little punk bitch ass whale like this one, and then you look at your crystals after you spent everything, and you're like, oh fuck, how do I only have 180? Well, that's what I'm going to go ahead and cover in today's topic. I'm going to call it Trippy Case Goes Full Well because I'm sure some asshole is going to call me that. And I know what you're thinking, that Marble is probably just going to milk me, but I tell you what, it's all part of the plan. And I have gone ahead and thought things out thoroughly. What I'm going to do is buy 4 X-Men packs. That's 1600 Macran shards, 4000 Macran crystals, 3200 feathers, 1400 bios, 24,000 crystals, and then a shield level pack to get some cards, some gear, some ISO, 4,400 crystals, and a mega rank ticket. And you're like, that's a lot of goddamn money, but as I said, it's all according to the plan. Now, the first thing is there are 4 simple steps that you're going to want to go ahead and take when you're buying crystals and things like that, so you don't look like a whole heap of hot fucking garbage. So the first thing and the absolute most important thing is your comic cards. You're going to want to go ahead and farm the shit out of these and get your cards, because cards are the most important aspect in this game, and that is right next to characters. Now, your characters, they can be strong. You can have a shit ton of tier 2s, but they won't be close to their potential whatsoever unless you have the right comic cards behind them. Now, there are very specific cards that you should be getting for these. Among those is like Loki, the Civil War #4 card, and there's a few others. I'm going to leave a picture at the end of the video of the comic cards that you should be trying to go for. Now, you're not going to get Korean style cards because they get some really beast ones that end up giving them like plus 64% energy attack when you combine it with their all attack, so that's 34 and 30. But as I said, comic cards are extremely important. For the longest time when I first started playing, I didn't know that, and then after a while I was like, comic cards are really important. A lot of people say that, and then I started researching into it. It's just hard to do the comic card thing. It is going to be a little bit of a grind, but it's one of those grinds where at the end of it, it's not like when you grind a character and then you finally unlock them and then you tier 2 them and things like that, and then you're just like, oh yeah, well that's cool, on to the next one. It's not like that with comic cards. Comic cards make a huge and very substantial difference. Now, number 2 is going to be your shield level. And I know what you're thinking, Trippy Cakes, you're not even 70. How can you begin to talk blah, 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 whatever? You're an asshole. Well, I'll tell you why I'm not level 70 yet. One, because I really didn't give a shit. And that's just to be honest. Now, your shield level is important just for the Urus. And the Urus happen to be number 3 on the list because you can't utilize your full Uru potential without hitting level 70. And as I said, I was focusing on my characters. I personally wanted to build my roster before, getting my my Urus and things at higher levels. And the reason I did it that way is just because I liked having new characters and different options and seeing who's good, who's not, who I like, that kind of stuff. This is basically me helping you skip over that experimental phase that I did with my characters. Now, I already know what characters that I have that I don't like, which ones I shouldn't have tiered to, and that whole little tidbit. I'm giving you the steps to skip over that and basically telling you how you're going to go ahead and get your shit together, so that way when you work on your characters, you feel their raw power right out of the gate. So basically all you're going to do is go into your shop. Let's say you have 4,400 crystals. You're going to wait for that little mini sale that they have that rotates out to buy a shit ton of energy. And then when you do that, all you have to do is just go to your Uru or to your tier 2 missions that they have and clear taking them. Just clear taking them. Don't bother playing through them because your characters can die to some dumb shit in there, and you're trying to avoid that shit at all costs. You're basically going for time and efficiency, and then if you use a shield experience booster, that'll help you farm the Urus and get the levels at the same exact time. And as I said, I'm trying to micromanage this for you guys so you could just be as beast as possible. And the same thing goes for that whole comic card thing. When you're going and you farm your comic cards, basically make sure that your inventory is clear so that way you don't waste time going and combining cards. Make sure you lock the cards that you want to upgrade before you go ahead and start auto upgrading them, just to get them out of the way, because you are going to fill up pretty quick. In one rift run I can pull over 150 cards. You're going to want to farm the fourth rift, and that's just because it's the best one. It's the highest amount of cards that you can get in terms of quality, and it's the cheapest energy, because if you go above that fourth, you're just paying higher amounts of energy simply because the enemies are higher level and they drop like 20 more gold. Big whoop. Skip that shit. Just go to number 4, farm that. And so yeah, that's basically what you want to do. You can farm multiple things all at once, and you can even use an experience booster for characters if you do want to actually run through like the levels, but I don't recommend that because, like I said, your clear tickets are still going to give you that shield experience. And then fourth, and it could possibly be the most important thing. I don't know. It's all entirely up to you. But it's whatever the fuck you want. That's basically the fourth thing, is to have fun in this game. And a lot of people may reflect negatively on the fact of what I said my plans to do were, but that is a huge step as a player that I am taking. If you're earning your money or whatever, you can spend it however you want to. Buy whoever you want. If you want to spend money on tier 2 crystals instead of the X-Men pack, do whatever makes your ass happy, because that's what it boils down to in this game. Me personally, I have 40 plus tier 2s. I'm not really interested in characters anymore right about now, except for one, and I'd be beating a dead horse if I started talking about her again. But it's, as I said, whatever makes you the happiest. You earn your money. You have your right to play this game however the fuck you want to. And this video was just simply made to show you, a cheaper way of doing it. Even if you do go and spend $500-600 or whatever you want to spend on it, if you take these same steps that I'm going to take for the little bit that I'm buying, and I say a little bit in comparison to how much I've spent in a total on this game, and that would be considered somebody being a whale. I'm just basically letting you know that when you spend your money on this game, if you spend it efficiently in the way that I said, if you have not already done these things, then you're a step in the right direction if you already take these same steps as I do and plan things out. But a lot of people, they'll buy a bunch of stuff and then put it in the wrong area. So with that being said, for people that do that, I mean, if that's how you want to live your life, I mean, by all means, go ahead. But if somebody wants to call you a whale, say, fuck them, because this is to help you progress. I'm basically trying to progress past the whole roster thing. I'm trying to score higher, enjoy my game a lot more, because nothing feels better than being an utter beast. No matter what video game that you play, whether it's Marvel Future Fight or Dark Souls or something like that, at the end of the day, it's not, oh, well, I don't want people talking about how I play. What it is, hey, I'm a fucking beast. You can call me what you want. I make my money. I can put it into this game and kick your ass. So, that's what it's all about. But I do thank you guys for taking the time to sit through this video. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but this is going to help you if you spend your money right and focus on these 3 things first, and then that fourth. If you truly want to progress, then you definitely will. I'm going to have a before and after video. I'm going to record a few things this upcoming week to show, my performance before I go ahead and do all this. And then I'm going to drop a video for the after to show the substantial difference of, my alliance battle scores and, what my clears look like. Ultimate World Boss, because I'm only clearing, I think, up to the 3rd stage right now. But, I do thank you guys again for taking the time to hear me out. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. If there's anything that you think you're lacking. And this has been Trippy Cakes for another Future Fight video. And I'm out.